On Holy Thursday, we learn that Christ loved us until the end of time through his Eucharistic presence. For the month of April, dedicated to the Eucharist, let us meditate daily on this great mystery. 8th Day. First consideration. Jesus, our legislator in the Eucharist. First point. Jesus in the Eucharist is the same who came into the world to abolish the figures and ceremonies of the old law and to establish the new law, which is a law of grace and love. He is therefore our legislator. The Lord is our lawgiver. What obligation do we not owe to him for having freed us from the multitude of precepts and ceremonies that burdened the Jews, for having proposed to us a most holy law and merited grace to fulfill it, for engaging us in the observance of this law by such advantageous promises and such terrible threats. Admit that there is no legislator like him, but if God required so many dispositions from his people to give them his law, even forbidding them, under penalty of death, to touch the mountain sanctified by the presence of the supreme legislator, everyone that toucheth the mount, dying he shall die. Exodus 19, verse 12. Judge what dispositions you must bring to receive the author of the law. Grant me yourself, O my God, these dispositions of fear, love, and purity. Sanctify me by the outpouring of your grace. Second point. Jesus, our legislator, being able to dispense with the law he imposes on us, has deigned to submit to it in order to teach us to practice by his example, to refute all the pretexts we use to dispense ourselves from it, and to destroy the loopholes we create to evade its rigor. I have not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. Matthew 5, verse 17. See on one side the laws and maxims of his gospel, and on the other his actions and conduct. You will find everywhere a perfect conformity. Enter into the sentiments of salutary confusion by comparing his exactness with your infidelities, his fervor with your laxity. Approach him with the disposition to fulfill all his commandments. I am ready and not troubled to keep your commandments. Psalm 118, verse 60. Whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments is a liar. But whoever keeps his word, the love of God is truly perfected in him. The command I give you is to love one another as I have loved you. John 15, verse 12. Second consideration, Jesus, our leader in the Eucharist. First point. Jesus is your head. The church is his body. You are his members. And he has put all things under his feet and has made him the head over all things for the church. Ephesians 1 verse 22. The Eternal Father has given him as leader to the whole church, which is his body. See how in the Eucharist he acts as leader. He governs his church. He guides it. He protects it. He pours out his Spirit and graces on all its members. He enlivens them and unites them to himself. Oh, what happiness for us to be the members of such a holy and august leader, to have with him a connection as close as that which members have with their body. For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones. Ephesians 5, verse 30. We are the members of his body, formed of his flesh and his bones. And you are complete in him who is the head of all principality and power. Colossians 2, verse 10. O Jesus, who are my leader, animate me with your Spirit. Pour out the influences of your grace and holiness on all the powers of my soul. Second point. Consider what you owe to Jesus as your leader, to honor and love him, to unite yourself to him, to live by his Spirit, and to obey him in all things. Examine how you have fulfilled all these duties, or what reproaches you have to make to yourself on this account. How much have you dishonored this leader? What coldness towards him? What opposition to his Spirit? What infidelities to his orders? Repair all these faults now. O Jesus, I adore you as my leader. I love you with all my heart. I unite myself to you as much as I can. I want to live only by your Spirit. I am ready to obey you in all things. My heart is ready, O God. My heart is ready. Psalm 57, verse 7. Being incorporated into Jesus Christ, being perfectly united to him in body and spirit, being with him one flesh and one spirit, through the consummation of this chaste marriage, being of his bones and flesh like a faithful spouse, but also being of his spirit, so that he enjoys altogether our spirit, our body, our love, as we enjoy his. In short, being the body of Jesus Christ, being united to him member by member, as the members are united among themselves, as all are to the head, and this forever, without ever being in division or coldness from the lack of charity, neither towards him nor towards any of his members, because he not only wants to come into us, but to remain there. Such is, says Bossuet, the true effect of a worthy participation in the sacraments of the Eucharist. We hope that this Eucharistic consideration will help you receive our Lord more worthily. Please help us restore the Church of the Immaculate Heart of Mary in Belfast. Go to gofundme.com/restore-immaculate to donate. Thank you for your generosity.